Now, you already know the concept of union and the concept of intersection. So, before ta mo ari sa example, ari sa to ang deck of cards, no? So, if we are to find the union, the probability of the union sa kanya to ang example, balik ta ari sa tong formula. The probability of the union of two events, meaning ang probability sa union aning diamond of faces, is equal to the probability of A, so kani sa diamond. So, let's try to get the iyang amount na. So, the probability of A plus the probability of B. So, kani sa imong faces. Oops. There. Plus the probability of B minus the intersection of A and B. Now, unsa ang intersection ni event diamond o event faces? Now, if we list all our events, or if we list all sample points, let us list all sample points. Let's transfer this for a minute. Okay. Oops. If we list our sample points, atong i-list ang sample points ha. So, si diamond na atay ace of diamond, natay 1 of diamond, 2 of diamond, unsa pa katong jack, diamond, queen of diamond, and the king of diamond. Okay, let's zoom it out. Oops. There. Now, if arita sa event faces, diba, unsa man ato ang mga event faces? We have Jack of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, King, Jack of Spades, diamonds that I need a pot. Let's change it for a little bit. Because I'm not very apart. Jack of Spades, Queen of Spades, Jack of Diamonds, Queen of Diamonds, and King of Diamonds, Jack of Clubs, Queen of Clubs, and King of Clubs. Naabay nalimutan? Hearts, Spades, Diamonds. Oops. Na-double ko there. Nag-1 ko balik. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. So, mao ni ato ang mga sample points, no? If you are asked to list down the sample points, o kana, mo na siya sa diamond o sa events. Now, the probability of this is 0.25. The probability of event faces is 0.25. 23. Now, we are to look for the intersection. Again, intersection is katong shared nga sample points sa both events. So, unsa man ang ilahang shared? So, the shared nila is katong diamonds nimo nga faces. Diba? Oops, nabili ng isa. These 3 points is mao na ang gi-share ni event diamond ug ni event faces. So, meaning, tulo man siya kabuok. So, meaning, iyahang probability is intersection. Wait a minute. So, the intersection is ang iyang intersection is, again, tulo raman siya kabuok. So, 3 over 52. Diba? So, that is over 52. So, 0.06. So, mo na ang imuhang intersection of diamonds and faces. So, if ato aning pangitaon ang probability sa union, so meaning ang union di ay, arita, the union is the probability of event A plus the probability of event B minus the intersection of A and B. Now, nganong gi-minus ang iyang intersection? Kung dili nimo i-minus ang imuhang intersection, or kung dili ka mag-minus og intersection, is madoble og ihap ang kanang ilahang shared points. Again, if dili ka mag-minus sa intersection, is madoble og ihap ang ilahang shared points. So, kagets? Kay, mo nang atwa siyang i-minus. So, you have a probability of 0.43. Let's make it to decimal places. 42 or 0.42. Now, 0.42 or unsa man ang laing way para makuha na siya. Diba, your initial thinking was, si event diamond is na siya 13. Si event faces is na siya 12. So, ang imong buhaton, okay, union man di ay. So, 13 plus 12. So, to i-try. 13 plus 12, from here. So, diba, your initial thought, if mag-union ka, is 13 plus 12. Kay, shared points good ni A and B or both. Diba? 13 plus 12, and then, mo na imong i-divide og 52. Mo na imong thinking. So, you will arrive at the answer nga, 25 divided by 52. So, you see here, if dili nimo i-consider ang imuhang intersection, the probability of the two events is overstated. Kay nganuman, makonsidered man nga kaduha ni niyagi ihap ang imuhang shared nga points. So, mo nang kuhaan nato siya og intersection. So, pwede ra nga para dili ka mag-solve ani sa probability sa event A plus mag-solve na sa probability sa event B. Ana, if ingon ani is simply pwede ra nga ang imong buhaton is, diba, you have 13 plus 12. Nya, pila man to kabuk ilang shared points. So, you have 3 divided by 52. So, that is 22 divided by 52 or 0.42. Or kato atong gi-solve ganiha gamit kani, di ba? So, same magyapon or kana nga answer ang ni arrive. So, mo na siya ang pasabot sa imuhang addition law. So, that is the concept of your addition law. So, if unsaan ni siya pag-analyze, inani ni siya. If you are asked nga what is the probability that if I pick a card, deck of cards, is ang akuhang makuha is either diamonds or na ay face. Ana na siya. So, kada nga question, iyang answer is 0.4. There is a 42% chance nga makakuha ka og diamonds or faces inig ka pick nimo og card from a deck. So, ina na ang iyahang concept. So, that is the addition law. So, again, ang imuhang timailhan ra is the kani nga formula. The union of two events is equal to the probability of the first event plus the probability of the second event less the intersection or the probability of the intersection of the first event and the second event. Now, kani siya is applicable or kani siya is not only applicable for two events, so pwede siya two or more. So kana if two or more is mapun-an lang na siya ang imuhang mga mapun-an lang ni siya ang kaninyang imuhang mga ipang minus. So ingon ana siya. So we have here an example. Another example. A small assembly plant with 50 employees is carrying out performance evaluation. Each worker is expected to complete work assignments on time and in such a way that the assembled product will pass a final inspection. Now, the results were as follows. So, ang late of completion work, there were 5 employees. Assembled a defective work, there were 6. And then the ones who completed work late and assembled defective work is duha ka buok. Now, you're also already given here the relative frequency na. So, again, ana kay mga frequencies ha. So, di na ka maproblema sa pag-compute sa imuhang probabilities. Since given na din ha imuhang probabilities. Diba? Kasi mag-think mo, Miss, probability day na, of course, diba? Kaya diba dabi atong assigning method, assigning probabilities, we have the relative frequency method. So, relative frequency is your probability. Now, sa addition law is, if you are asked for event L or the event that the work is completed late, pila ang ihang probability? So, of course, 0.10 or 10%. Sa event D, ihang probability is 12%. Now, the production manager decided to assign poor performance rating to any employee whose work is either late or defective. So, dili na to mo come in. So, ini ka formula na to, nag-apply na to sa formula. Diba? You are asked for the union probability or the probability of the union of two events. So, that is L and D. So, this is the event that the production manager assigned an employee a poor performance rating based ani nga statement. Diba? Ang iyahang hatagag poor performance is katong either late or defective. Now, again, ato to i-follow ang katong formula. The probability of our first event is just already given nga 10% or 0.10 plus the probability of our second, 0.12, less the probability of or the intersection of L and D. So, ang ilang intersection is dara na pod, giingon na pod diri, completed work late and assembled defective work. So, naay duha ka buok for a 0.04 nga probability. So, meaning, ang probability sa employees nga hatagan og poor performance rating is 18% or 0.18. So, ana lang na siya. Ana ang imuhang concept sa addition na law. Now, next, let's move on to the mutually exclusive. So, kani siguro ang pinakasayon, no? When we say mutually exclusive, this refers to events that have no sample points in common. Again, this refers to events that have no sample points in common. So, meaning two events are mutually exclusive if when one event occurs, the other cannot occur. So, if you can see here, si A o si B is wala sila'y shared or wala sila'y intersection. So, mo nang considered sila as mutually exclusive. Now, if events A and B are mutually exclusive, therefore the union of A and B is equal to 0. No, not union. The intersection of A and B is equal to 0. Kay of course, if mabase ka diri, wala gud siya intersection. So, 0 gud iyang intersection. Now, if you apply the addition law for a mutually exclusive event is simply i-add ra nimo ang probability of the first event and the second event. So, mo na siya ang imuhang union or probability of the union of events A and B. So, there is again no need to add the intersection kay tungod 0 naman iyang intersection since they are mutually exclusive. They share no similar sample points. So, kana siya. If arita sa tong deck of cards, if ang isa ka event nimo, if ang another event nimo is event na clubs, so kani siya is may listen siya Ace of clubs, Two of clubs, ito sa Queen of clubs, and so there is you have already two mutually exclusive na events. So si event diamond o si event club. So nabas lang shared sample points? Wala, 'di ba? Wala sila. If tanaw ni mga sample points ni event diamond is wala siya shared nga wala sila gi-share or the same nga sample points. So kani ang imuhang sa pagkuha sa imuhang union is wala na pud ni since wala man sila intersection. So automatic nga kana siya kay 0. So meaning ang iyahang union is 0.50. I-add nimo si event A o si event B. So that's how easy it is to get the addition law for mutually exclusive events.